WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. Thank you for tuning to WVTC Radio Detroit and the Community Bell Show with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner Edna Bell. Stay tuned for insightful information Detroiters will find valuable. Text a friend and tell them to watch with you for news you can use. And now, your host, Edna Bell.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm not Edna Bell. I'm Martina Tessie Hartman coming to you live from Mac Alive, the heart of the East Side, 3746 Fisher Street off of Mac Avenue. And like the song said, no, this ain't no religious podcast, but I'm going to tell you, it is time for us to stand up and be a witness. You understand me? We all got something to be grateful for. If only the fact that he woke us up this morning. It's time for us to all to be a witness for the Lord. And in doing that, that's what I call myself doing right here at Mac Alive. I'm witnessing. It's a job, but it's like a ministry for me. It's like a mission. I'm on a mission for Jesus here at Mac Alive, Community Resource Center, 3746 Fisher Avenue. And I want to thank the Honorable Edna Bell for the opportunity just to come and tell you a little bit about Mac Alive and what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I am so grateful that even during this pandemic, that we've been able to keep our doors open. Because yes, things were going on that impacted all of us. And we had to stop doing a lot of things that we wanted to do. But there's still some things that we needed to do. And so I'm glad to know that Mac Alive was here. Those people that knocked on our doors, we still do the social distancing. We still do the masking because we want everybody to be safe. We want to be safe and we want to keep everybody comes in our doors safe. But we were able to actually do some things to help some people, even during these trying times. One thing I do know, that there is something that each of us can do to help better the quality of life and suffering for another human being. At Back Alive, we've been around now for 31 years. We were founded by the Honorable Alberta Tennessee Lobby. And she just felt a need to have something in this community that we could be proud of. And that's what we are right now. We are very proud of the fact that she had a vision. And the word tells us where there's no vision, the people perish. Well, she had a vision. And I'm grateful that she had a vision. And that vision has been working and making a difference in the lives of the people that we service. Here at Mac Alive, we're here 5 days a week. We open at 10 a.m. We're supposed to close at 5. And sometimes I look around at 6 and 7 and I'm still here. But it's only because I want to make sure that if someone comes and someone needs something, that I'm available. I like being a servant, and that's what I feel like at Mac Alive. We're servants. I tell people I'm a change agent for Jesus. If I can help you, my motto is, 2 things. If you don't want no truth, don't ask me because I'm gonna tell it. And the second one is, if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living will not be in vain. Let me just tell you real briefly about some of the things that we do here at Mac Alive. First and foremost, we're here to serve the community. And by I say serving the community, I mean anybody that comes through that door, we serve them to the best of our abilities. We may not have all the answers, but guess what? We're going to make sure that so many times people come in and they're just downtrodden and they're just feeling like nobody cares. My job is when they come in, they feel like that, but when they go out, they're leaping. They're leaping for joy because somebody listens and somebody cared about whatever their issue was. And so at Mac Alive, first and foremost, we're here to serve. We have a whole computer lab. People can come in. We allow them to use our computers, to access the internet, to do job searching, to do resumes online. Sometimes people don't have access to the Facebook page. They can come in. They can even use that. We also have free faxing, free copying. And check this out. I'm a notary. I even do notary for free. Who does that? Mac Alive. Why? Because I understand that there's a need in the community. And I don't like seeing people go to a liquor store to get a fax or get a copy. I don't think that is how it's supposed to be. And so I take pride in the fact that we are here at Mac Alive, that we can make that happen for people, and that people appreciate us. They appreciate what we do. Along with the other stuff we do, we have different programs. We have male and female mentoring programs. In fact, we have a program starting up this Saturday for young people between the ages of 12 and 17, a 10-week program. We also have food distributions. Every third Wednesday, we do a food distribution for our senior citizens. Anybody who is 60 and over, you have to come and you have to register. But every third Wednesday, we give out a wonderful food box. Then on the 4th Saturday, which is Saturday coming up, we do a big, huge community giveaway. And what I like about that is so many times, we live in a food desert. So a lot of people don't have access to really good quality food. And so I am so grateful to Gleaners Community Food Bank. They make sure that the goods that we give out are all high quality stuff. That's every 4th Saturday you can come, you can get that. So we invite you to come. We invite you to come see what we're all about. We have a huge art gallery called the Ambassador Fine Art Gallery. Thanks to Mr. Henry Harper and Mr. Todd Smith, our gallery is second to none. I think we're probably the only nonprofit in the city with a gallery like this. And so we invite you to come over. Art is not music. It's something that connects us all together. I see that we have other people who joined us, Alberta Texas Lobby. Is that you, Edna?
It is. I am. Thank you, ladies, for indulging me, and thank you so much for being on the show. My apologies. When daughter's away, grandmothers have to take charge. So
Absolutely.
Just got back from picking up granddaughter from school, so I'm here. It is so wonderful to have you two. Thank you so much. And I know you've probably introduced yourselves and all that, but I want to do it. I want to tell you who these lovely ladies are. These are the Talabi. I should not have said Talabi. The Tinsley sisters. The Tinsley sisters, born in Detroit, have lived here on the East Side, Southeastern High School. Has been working on the East Side for many, 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 many years. Both of them served as state representatives in our state house. So both, I suspect, the only duo sisters who have ever done that. So that's history in itself. But I'm just so proud to call them friend and to call them people who have been committed to this community all their lives, have been doing things. And sometimes people don't know, and I just want people to know who they are. Alberta Tinsley Talabi and Artina Tinsley are two of our special ladies, two of our sheroes here in Detroit. So it's Women's History Month, and I just wanted to share some history with the community about these two wonderful, lovely ladies who work hard every day. And I noticed Artina was talking about Mac Alive. Mac Alive was started by Miss Alberta Tinsley Talabi, and you've probably already said that, haven't you, Artina? But I just want everybody to know it again.
Okay.
So Alberta, did you tell them why you started Mac Alive?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. See, I need to come up more so I can take those computer courses so I can be, as good as Tina is with this apparatus,
Oh, I am not that good. I've got to tell you, Miss Sandy Rose, the owner of the station, makes me look good, but you just don't know. I am not the one. I have my technical assistants. Those are my grandkids. So they help me out. Yes.
Edna, over 32 years ago, heaven. Woo, what were we doing anyway?
My.
We felt that there was a great need in our community to address some of the challenges that people were facing. There was a tremendous amount of substance abuse, prostitution, a crime, just so many things occurring in our neighborhood that we felt in some way had to get a hold of it, show that we're better than this. We're better than this. And so we said, MAC is the heartbeat of our community, and all these other streets are the arteries. And as you well know, the stronger the arteries, the stronger the heartbeat. And the stronger the heart, the stronger the arteries. So we said, let's make this MAC alive. Let's proclaim MAC as being alive and being a place where people care about their community. And so with my family, we began MAC Alive over 32 years ago. And to this day, I can honestly tell you, we have had an impact. I tell people all the time, either you can be a club, we could have easily been a social club, but we decided to be a justice organization, to stand up and to speak out. And some of the things we've done over the years would not have occurred had it not been for MAC Alive. What am I talking about? Kwanzaa programs for all of those years. And exposing the community, because people were not doing Kwanzaa. It was like, what?
That's right.
No, people to know those principles and to understand when you live by them, when you breathe them, that life will be different for yourself and your family and your community. And then as we explained the programs, the fact that we have a building, Edna, that MAC Alive is a building that our grandfather once owned, And he had a club for African American men who worked at the plant up here on Jefferson.
And that's the story. Tell that story, because that's history in itself.
Over 50 years ago, his name was William McDuffie, and he came from a huge family. And he worked at the plant, and there was nothing for Black men to do. And so he and some of his buddies started this club, Briggs Royal Aces, at 3742 Fisher, Briggs Royal Aces. And so he began that, and to see it evolve and to morph into what it is today, I know he's proud. I know he's smiling from heaven as we have taken it, the horse by the ring, and we're just running with it. And it makes me feel good, and to honor my grandfather, because we can't forget the price that was paid for us to sit in these comfortable chairs. And we don't want to ever get too comfortable, because there are too many people hurting still. So I am honored that Mac Alive can continue to exist now for 32 years, and as it goes on for the next 30. Yes. And one of the things I'm proud about is, we had this huge discussion about the number of liquor stores on Mack Avenue. And at one time, there were more liquor stores on Mack than anything else. And we went after that. And today, many of those liquor stores are closed. And we recognize the fact that substance abuse is an issue in our community, and we continue to address it head on.
And one of the things that not only do we address it, but here at Mac Alive, those are two of our signature programs. We have an AA program and an NA program. Mm-hmm. And we've kept them going during the entire pandemic. And let me tell you something. People are hurting. They're hurting. And yeah, they do virtual, but sometimes there are times when people need just to be in the room with people, because of the pain that they have. And so I tell you, over the last couple of weeks, we've had like 20 people come in every Wednesday for the NA program, which is a good number of people. Yes.
Yeah. That is quite incredible, and the impact that it has had on the community is very obvious.
And I remember one thing I do say too is that a lot of times when they come in, especially newcomers, they're like, "Wow, this is so nice," because we try to keep it nice, we try to keep it clean, and one thing that we do, we treat you and we give you the same thing that we want for ourselves. Okay,
that's right.
It's good enough for them.
I can attest to that.
It is just a marvelous place. And the other thing that some people don't know is we have events there. Not too long ago, we had this wonderful silver anniversary of a couple who had been married. And it was the people who set it up, it was beautiful. I mean, the room was absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful room. It would rival any restaurant or any hall you would ever want to see. It was a beautiful setup. It was beautifully decorated. The food was great. And so Mac Alive does all sorts of things for the community people.
And I had to give kudos to my sister-in-law, Mary Harton Tinsley, who was not only the decorator, but also the cook for that event.
Yes. And I just happened to stop by there that day, and I walked in, I thought, oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
So Mac Alive does all sorts of wonderful things. Have we talked about Buddies in Business yet?
Oh, I am so.
That's one of my favorites, of course.
One of your favorites, and I'll tell you, what is so incredible is how a young man called today. His name is Shard Cargill, and he currently is a sophomore at Kentucky State University.
Wow!
And he belongs to a fraternity, and they're doing a fundraiser. So he said, "I'll take a chance and just call Mac Alive and just ask them." I began to talk to him. He says, "Well, he said, I was in the Buddies in Business program." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah. In fact, when I did my papers to try to get into the university, I used the Buddies in Business program on my application.
Isn't that something?
I could not, but I felt so good. I felt so good. And I asked him, I said, well, tell me this. Did the Buddies program really help you? He said, did it? He said it changed the trajectory of his life. So
wow.
Sometimes we never get to hear those stories. And I said, Julia, you've got to just write a letter and just tell, so I can share with people about what Buddies means to you. So I'm excited about being able to share that letter. The Buddies program is alive, and we're excited because we will be doing it again this year. We'll be doing both the hybrid, we'll be doing the virtual for a day, and we'll do it in person. And because of our founder and fearless leader, our attention to lobby, we're going to be at Eastern Market doing our main squeeze, which is that wonderful homemade lemonade.
Oh, I tell you, people just Buddies in Business. I'm telling you, the lemonade, the scents that they put together. Remember those scents that the young people put together? The incense and the oils.
I have my oils. I have and right here. Keep close.
Yes. So these young people come up with some really creative ideas, but they're not just creative ideas. They're good ideas. They're good business ideas.
We're giving them exposure. We're giving them exposure, letting them taste what business is like. And you never know where that's going to take a person in the future. But what we know is that they've had the basic training and understanding of entrepreneurship. And that means a lot to us.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about Tina, the Buddies for Business program and what it entails. How many weeks is it? How many hours per day and so on?
We're really excited because once again, this year we are partnering with the Connect Detroit, and we know that the young people will be getting paid. They will be getting some money this year. They'll be getting, I think it's $12.50 an hour. Right now it's 4 days a week and 5 hours a day. And it's going to be probably, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, because they're going to be at Eastern Market. It's going to be Saturday. But they learn, and they'll also be, thank you, Wayne County Community College District. They will be on the eastern campus of Wayne County. And that's so important, to give them that exposure to a college campus. Let's begin to water the seeds, plant the seeds. This is what you have to look forward to when you finish school.
Exactly.
A great experience. And the college has been so wonderful over these last several years.
Oh, the college has been great. They have been just exceptional. And to have those kids be on a college campus at that age,
yes,
and to be around other students who are really college students, to be able to see what they do.
Right.
But the end of the program, I think, is what I love most. It's when those children present their programs. And these young people have put together programs that would rival any business program in the country. And they present it. They have presidents and they have vice presidents and they have departments. They talk about what those departments do and what their goals are, their finances. They learn all of that in the Buddies for Business program. It's an exceptional program.
Yes, they do.
And let me just say, Tina, what our mission has been from day one. Not only can our children grow up and receive a paycheck, they ought to be in a position to issue a paycheck.
Yes, that's the key. To be able to issue a paycheck. And these young people are just so enthusiastic when they give their presentations. They are dressed the part. They look the part. They have put together video presentations, and it's wonderful to see. It really, really is wonderful to see. Yeah. So I'm just thrilled that we're going to be back to being able to doing Buddies for Business, providing that experience for young people in our community to be able to share with them so they can go share with somebody else.
And let me just share with you that the principal of King High School was a part of Buddies in Business.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Isn't that something? Oh my goodness.
Wasn't he the director over here for a while?
Yes, he was. Mr. Perry, Damian Perry, yes. And it's wonderful. And right now, Mac Alive partners with him. If he has an issue with a family, he calls He calls Mac Alive. Southeastern High School. If they have an issue with a family, they call Mac Alive. Whether it's food, whether it's a place for their child to come for extra help, they call Mac Alive. Now, you know, that's an honor.
That's saying something. That is saying something. And that's what communities should be doing, taking care of families, taking care of each other, to make sure, because we've got to get these children to go to school, and when they're in school to learn. And they can't learn if they aren't there. So we got to get them there.
Absolutely.
And that's what Mac Alive has been involved in, helping to get these babies in school, keep them in school, and make sure when they get out of school, they can issue that paycheck. As we talked about, they can issue
absolutely
paycheck. It's so
example of what we've done. I was on a plane flying from Atlanta with my late husband, and we were waiting to board the plane. And as we board, the stewardess tells us, no, you all have to sit in first class. And I said, huh? She said, I was a buddy's kid. Oh my God.
You never know.
I'm telling you.
You just never know where they're going to turn up and what they're doing. Isn't that something?
Yes.
That is incredible. Have we talked about the parade yet? The Mac Alive parade.
Oh, funny you asked about that.
How about that? I'm a good straight person.
Yeah, and you know what? And we've made the decision that we've been without a parade for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we are going back. We are going to have a parade. But not just a parade. And it's time to march for a cause. There's so many issues out here. And so with that being said, we are in the process right now of planning. I just sent out the email for our first parade meeting this Monday at 5:15 p.m. at 3746 Fisher. Anybody who wants to come, who has an interest in helping this to be one of the very best parades that we've had parade for 29 years straight. We marched down Mack Avenue every August for this parade. And because of the pandemic, we could not do our big 30th or our 31st. So this is really our 32nd year going into. So we want it to be a wonderful, safe, glorious time. And every year, it just seems they get better and better and better. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes.
One of the young men who has been our DJ over these last 20 years, he's gone, because of the COVID. So we're going to have a special, I think every chance we get to recognize those people who have gone on.
Yes.
And we're going to do that, especially at our day before. We do the parade Saturday, but we do what we call Praise in the Park.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Glad you mentioned that.
We like to give them praise in advance of what they're going to do the next day.
Yes.
So and we look at that, and it's I tell you, I don't know about nobody else, but it is a high time for me. I love that Praise in the Park. And people come out, they bring their lawn chairs, and we just have a wonderful time. Just giving God the praise and the glory that He rightfully do. And I tell you, it hasn't failed. This is like maybe our 10th Praise in the Park, and every Praise in the Park, it just seems like the parade gets bigger and better every year.
Yes, it's a wonder. I mean, the whole event, the whole time is just an uplifting celebration.
Yes, it
is.
Of
people. And what has gone on, and how they have contributed, how they're going to continue to contribute. I think about the Corvette Club. There were tens and tens and tens of Corvettes in the parade a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they were all people of color.
Yes.
Having these wonderful Corvettes, and it was just a sight to behold.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get them to come back. And then don't forget we got the kids on and grown people on those bikes, so many bikes, different. Oh man, and they dress their bikes up like they spend a lot of money getting them bikes dressed up.
They sure do. Those bikes
and
the marching bands.
We're the only nonprofit that hires the parade company to bring what they do Thanksgiving down Mack Avenue.
Yes, that's something.
That's right. People take it for granted. That's an expense, but it's worth it for our community because we recognize that not every child will get a chance to go to Cedar Point.
That's right.
I realize that we don't have many don't remember the Edgewater.
Yes.
don't
Oh boy. Yes. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could somehow have a mini carnival at the end of the parade with
Um,
rides and all of that at this year. That would be something that would really because as you say, a lot of kids don't ever get a chance to go to a Cedar Point or any of those places where they can ride on those kinds of things. And when they have those kinds of things, they're not anywhere near the city where our kids can go see them.
exactly.
They're not on Mac Avenue.
And
But
you know,
they because of Mac Alive, we have had those things in the past, and who knows? This is such an electrifying year. And I
Yes,
agree with you, Edna. There's no reason why we shouldn't pursue that to some degree.
that would be great. Just a mini one, but it would be really, really neat to
and you
have one and have our kids be able to experience that.
I really like for the kids to do and see, because we take it for granted. Our kids
Yes.
get to see petting farms, animals. They don't get to see it.
Yes.
You know, they think that hamburger really does come from a Kroger's. Okay,
Uh-huh.
to be able to see and touch an animal, to touch a
Yes.
lamb or a little pig, they don't see it. They don't,
That's right.
only in the cartoons. But to be able to see it, I think it opens their eyes to a whole new world, the world that we really do live in.
And there is a kind of a petting farm in Detroit up on near 7 Mile and I-75, just south of 7 Mile and
Really?
just west of I-75. And I think people of color have some involvement with it. I only know because my grandson is a Boy Scout and his troop went there. So we might need to contact them to see if we can get them to come to our
Absolutely. That would be wonderful.
event.
That would be wonderful. Yes.
That would be great.
That would be
That
great.
would be great. Wow. So much has gone on from the Tinsley family. I'm calling it the Tinsley family event because that's what it is. That's how it started, and that's how it's still going on. And I'm just so proud of you.
And I want to say too that on this Sunday, in our recognition of Women's History Month, Mac Alive and the Wisdom Institute, we're going to be sharing stories of inspiration, a community listening circle. It's this Sunday from 1 to 3 here at Mac Alive. And come and join us because we're going to do some self-care gifts, a healing circle, and refreshments. And I'm really excited because the young lady, Cecily, is the daughter of my BFF. And worked with Gwen Winston
Oh, wow.
and the Wisdom Institute.
Yes.
Yes. So they're going to be here this Sunday for what they call their Women's Listening Circle. And it's just where women get together and share stories. So many times as
We lost you, Albert, Tina. There you are.
we don't get a chance to tell our stories, okay? Or sometimes we don't, but to come together and be able to share some things with each other. I am really excited about that this Sunday from 1 to 3.
Sunday from 1 to 3 at Mac Alive, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please be there. Ladies, thank you so much for being with me. I'm so glad that you were able to be with me. This is just special for me, but I just celebrating our Black women in Detroit. I'm just excited about it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank
just
you.
I
And
appreciate you.
My last words are: if you get up, move.
I love it. Get up, move.
Dust off that old bicycle in the basement. Get out there and move. Come
Get out
on,
there
y'all.
and move with it. Thank you so much, listening audience. We have been honored to have our Tina and Alberta Tinsley with us this afternoon. The creator of Mac Alive, and our Tina is the executive director of Mac Alive. We're excited that they were able to be with us to share Mac Alive's story and all the things that are going on. It won't be the last time. We're going to have them back because I still want to have them back for Buddies for Business and have maybe a couple of young people with them to be on the show to talk about what it is for them to be a part of that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Edna.
We appreciate you. And as usual, thank you so much for being on the Community Bell Show, everyone. We're glad to have you with us. We'll see you next Monday at 4 o'clock. And as we end now every month, every Monday, the quote from Martin Luther King, not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Be great, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Community Bell with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner Edna Bell. This broadcast was brought to you by WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, tell a friend to tune in. We'll see you next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern to the Community Bell Show, right here on WVTC Radio Detroit. You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing